that promote respect and understanding among all people. I would like to give the following statement on behalf of the OCCJ today. News that 16 state lawmakers have joined Representative Rex Duncan of Sand Springs in refusing a gift of the Quran is concerning. The Governor's Ethnic American Advisory Council, made up of American Muslims from Middle East countries, offered the holy book of the Muslim religion as a centennial gift. A refusal to accept the Quran overlooks the historical and religious significance of this sacred text and paints a one-dimensional picture of a major world religion. All religious communities have or have had zealots who exploit sacred scriptures for their own ends, including violent and inhumane acts. In refusing the sacred text, Representative Duncan said, quote, "Most Oklahomans do not endorse the idea of killing innocent women and children in the name of ideology," end quote. Extreme reaction from any contingent holding a specific point of view is rarely productive, and inflammatory comments do nothing to further rational public discourse. Religious intolerance has no place in Oklahoma.
The Council on American-Islamic Relations, CAIR Oklahoma, commends the efforts of the Governor's Ethnic American Council in attempts to educate the Oklahoma legislative members on Islam. We also thank Oklahomans in supporting all civically engaged Muslims. The Islamophobic remarks made in addition to rejections of the campaign by Representative Rex Duncan, Speaker of the House Lance Cargo, and other elected officials are disturbing to hear from people who should represent their pluralistic constituency, regardless of faith. Furthermore, the Islamic faith and vast majority of Muslims do condemn acts of violence against the innocent and terrorism. Yet when individuals such as these claim that Muslims do not in fact do so, they are approached through, by goodwill, a peaceful religious diversity education. They reject them and provide false reasoning based on their decisions. In the spirit of interfaith dialogue, CAIR is offering free Qurans to Oklahomans of all faiths. For anyone wishing to receive a copy of the Quran, please see www.cair.com/explore the Quran. In these times of international crisis, we should be building bridges of understanding and not promoting interfaith mistrust and hostility. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for coming to the Islamic Society of Tulsa. The misinformation and stereotyping that are prevalent in our community about Islam and Muslim does a disservice to all Tulsans and all of Americans. Few people realize that American Muslims have been in this country for over 300 years and have peacefully coexisted with their fellow Americans. Islam clearly denounces terrorism. Our religion teaches us to be peaceful, tolerant, loving, respectful neighbors and friends, and to uphold justice for all people. Islam encourages and upholds kind treatment of Christians, Jews, and people of other faiths, and Oklahoma Muslims have consistently lived by these values. We are deeply concerned about the rise of Islamophobic rhetoric, and we are troubled by individuals who disrespect our holy book, the Quran, and quote verses out of context. This hate-filled rhetoric and lies about Islam and Muslims are misleading and divisive to the American community. The Islamic Society of Tulsa has consistently denounced terrorism on their website, through ads that we have placed in the Tulsa world, through our public presentations to churches, businesses, Rotary clubs, universities, and at the Civic Plaza in front of the mayor and city officials. Between February and May of this year, 2007, we presented Islam to the non-Muslim public to over 2,200 people from the Tulsa community and answered their questions about Islam and publicly denounced terrorism. In the spirit of community building and living in peace and harmony, we encourage all Americans to celebrate our rich religious, ethnic, and cultural heritage by looking towards what unites us and not giving credence to what divides us. Thank you very much.
One really nice addition. David Bernstein from the Jewish Federation has just arrived to make his statement, and I would ask that you listen to it. I didn't mention him in the beginning because he wasn't here yet, but we're very glad that he came. Thank you very much, David.
Today, because the Muslim community is under attack in many ways, I'm Executive Director of Jewish Federation of Tulsa, Community Relations Director, but today I'm an American Muslim speaking for our brothers. I want to speak about words because everyone will cover the rest of this, but the words that were spoken by a state representative are hateful, and I want to address those. As America becomes an increasingly diverse society, it's imperative that we learn to accept and appreciate our differences. Religion and government must work together to create a society in which diverse people are safe as well as free. Hateful words inevitably lead to hateful actions. Sometimes they set in motion a chain of events that turn them into self-fulfilling prophecy. Sometimes they're deflected off the object of their venom to strike some innocent bystander. And sometimes they return like a boomerang to pursue their originator. By whatever route they travel, hateful words inevitably lead to hateful actions, possibly years or even generations after they're uttered. Human nature is such that thoughts strive to find expression in spoken word, and spoken word seeks realization in deeds, often by circuitous paths which the original utterer of those words neither desired or anticipated. Thank you.
We are extremely grateful for everybody that showed up today, and I would just like to say thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts.
You write the story.
That way I do something really nice.
Associated Press. H-A-S.
Marley my dog.
And oh, how are you?
We took it to Pam, and I want to tell you we appreciate your kind words and the American
I'm speaking to big presentation.
Yeah, that's available.